Hi everybody, thank you, welcome to my channel, and thank you so much. We've done it, guys, 3,000 subscribers. I'm so thrilled because we've got the 3,000 subscribers before my first year anniversary, which is at the beginning of September. So you never know, I might get a few more. I'm greedy, aren't I? Oh, thank you all so much. I couldn't have done it without you. You've all been brilliant. I love it because you all give me such lovely comments, and it's lovely. You know, it's a lovely little community that we're building up. Today, what I'm going to do is I'll show you the giveaway for my 3,000 subscribers and tell you what you need to do. But Mabel's just walked in. I'm looking after her. My daughter's on holiday, so I've got her for the next 10 days. So that's another thing, isn't it? I had to. She was going to the airport on the day that the trains went on strike last week, so I had to drive them to the airport because they were going on the train. Oh, the traffic was horrendous, both going and coming back. The hour and like 20 minutes journey took. Oh, that's my watch. Took 2.5 hours. Terrible it was, you know. And she messaged me from the airport and she said there was nowhere open at the airport. She went from Manchester Airport, Terminal 1. And how ridiculous is this? She said there was nowhere open where they could get a meal. Everything was closed. And they probably got there for about 4:30. And she said they went to get a drink from the bar and they said, oh, we've run out of glasses, so we're not serving anymore. I mean, I ask you, it's no wonder it's in chaos. And then my niece went on holiday, but the suitcases were still left at Manchester. So how awful is that? Because she's got 2 little babies. It's terrible. Anyway, we'll stop moaning now. And I just want to say thank you again. So what I'm going to do today, I'll do the... at the end, I'll show you the products again, what I'm going to give for my 3,000 subscribers. I never thought I'd do it. I'm so thrilled. And also I'm going to do the Q&A. Now, I've got quite a few new viewers, hence me getting to 3,000. So I've got quite a few new subscribers. So what I'll do is, I know a couple of the questions I probably answered before, but it'll just refresh the ones because I'm not very good at doing that. Look at this video, I don't know how to do it, but I'm learning. I'm getting a bit better all the time. I think I'm hoping I'm learning a bit more. I keep trying to watch YouTube videos to see what I'm supposed to be doing. Anyway, I'm just going to do the Q&A questions first. I was going to film this about 2 hours ago or even more, but my phone battery was flat. I mean, it's only about 30% charge now, so I don't know how I'll go on with it, but my phone battery was flat. Then I started watching the women's football. Come on, England! Weren't they brilliant, the girls? Weren't the Lionesses brilliant? So they brought it home, so that's really good. So I started watching that. So it's now 9 now. So whether I'll get this out tonight or tomorrow, I don't know. Right, let's get into the Q&A. I'll have to put my glasses on to read the questions. I'll probably have to log on. Oh. Yeah, I'll probably have to log on to my iPad again now. Right. Now, I have to say, I've not prepared anything for these questions, so it's just going to be off the cuff. Oh, do you know, my daughter keeps telling me off for either showing my bra or filming the wrong angle or what have you. So I better tidy myself up. Some of these questions I have been asked before, but only a couple of them. So, but I haven't prepared anything. I'm just going to say as it comes, you know. So, oh gosh, looking at the second one, I'll have to really think about it. What I'll do is, the first one that it's not on here, it's actually on my Instagram, was from Anna and Amy. You know, I remember telling me that I met this lovely couple, and Amy's got, I think it's called Bakes with Amy on Instagram. You must watch it and follow her. It's lovely. She's only a young girl. Anyway, they asked me what made me start my YouTube channel. Well, I have explained this before, but I've always loved YouTube, but I've never been brave enough to have a channel. You know, it's scary having a channel and sort of exposing yourself. But in lockdown, I kept thinking, I was watching loads and loads of YouTube, and I thought, oh, well, I would love to start one. I'd love to start one. And anyway, right, last September, like probably at the end of lockdown, I suddenly bit the bullet and started it. So that's really why I started it. It's just like a hobby, really. But I do really enjoy it. I really do. Right, now the next question is from UK Girl. Now, you remember UK Girl, I met her, Marie, I met her in Las Vegas, and we're going to do a really good collab shortly with Marie from UK Girl and Jane from Just Janie. So watch out for that. That'll probably be in about a month, I would think. So anyway, she said, if you could travel back in time, what era would you go to and why? Well, I just think I'd probably go to the 1920s because I love the music and I love the clothes, and I love the dancers if I could do them, you know, but probably if I was in the 1920s, I would have learnt them. So I think that's what I'd do. Right, the next question, oh, do you know, is from Charlotte, and it says, what are your favourite TV programmes, past and present, and what program makes you leap for the remote control to turn it off because you can't stand it? And this ties in, I think, with another question that I've been asked. I love Holby City, but now that's finished, much to my dismay. And I really like Casualty. I mean, years and years ago, I don't know, a lot of you probably don't remember, I used to watch Emergency Ward 10. I must like medical dramas for some reason. But I loved Holby City. And I do like Casualty, you know. I believe Charlie, you know, out of Casualty is one of the highest paid actors because he's been doing it for years, hasn't he, you know. So anyway, those are the programmes that I like. And what programme makes you leap for the remote control to turn it off? Now, I did read another question. I have read the questions, but I've just not prepared any answer. And somebody said, what programme, this is probably a bit similar, what programme did people like, but I don't. So this one's from Charlotte, and when I get to the other one, I'll mention the name. It's Love Island. I don't get it. Everybody loves it. I love Big Brother, and I do like reality TV, you know, but I just can't get into Love Island, and yet lots of my friends are absolutely addicted to it. You know, I love Below Deck. I love lots of the programmes, but I can't get into it. I keep trying to watch it and I keep thinking, I must watch it because it's really good. Everybody says how good it is. But I start to watch it and then I think, oh, I'm fed up, and I end up switching it over. So, Love Island. I'm sorry if I'm upsetting you all that like Love Island, you know. Maybe I'll get into it one day. So that was from Charlotte. Now this is from Trish Logie, a couple of questions. Following your recent holidays, where would you like to go next? And have you considered a cruise? So I'm not sure. I'm happy wherever I go on holiday. I like it all over. I even used to like Butlins and Pontins, you know. It's just a frame of mind. But I think we'll probably go to Europe, maybe Spain, or, I mean, I do love Italy. I love Italy. So I'd love to go to Italy. But somebody I go on holiday with used to live near Benidorm, you know, so I think sheep rats like to go back there. And I'm easy, you know, I'll just go wherever, you know, so probably that. And then she said, have I considered a cruise? Yeah, I keep thinking about a cruise. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm a bit scared of water. I can't swim. I know that's a bit stupid, but because like my husband used to say, well, whether you can swim or not, if you capsize in the middle of the ocean, you're still going to die, you know, you're not going to get... But I don't know. I do, and then I don't know how I feel about rough seas and would I get seasick. So I sort of think about it, and then I think I would quite like it, but I wish you could just cruise and stay, you know, just stay in the same place, just go on the ship. My brother went on a cruise round the British Isles, and he said that was very nice. So maybe that. I did go on the Norfolk Broads once when I was a child. I remember that. So anyway, so that's that question, and that was from Trish Logan. Also, she said, where do I see myself in 3 years' time? Bigger channel, maybe. Well, I just hope I'm still here. That's all I can say. I mean, I am 73 next month, so I'm just hoping I'm still here. I'd love to have a bigger channel, you know. But I can't ever see me getting, what is it you get, that thing from YouTube when you get to 100,000 subscribers. I don't think I'll ever get that, you know. So I don't know, I think you get like a silver plaque or something. I don't know what it is. I've seen other YouTubers who've got them, but I don't think I'll ever get one. All I can say is if I'm still here and doing this channel in 3 years' time, I'll be delighted. Right, Maria Adair. Oh, she said I'm a good model for mature ladies. Have I ever cruised, and would you consider one? Well, I've answered that before. And then from Amanda Russell, said, where would I like to travel if money was no problem? Well, I've always fancied Singapore. I don't know why. I don't know much about it. But I've always, years and years ago, I did want to go to Australia, but I don't know that I could make the journey. But I've always fancied Singapore, and people say it's really clean and nice. So I think I would like to go there. Oh, and then Tina Wynart, who's followed me for a long time, said, what's something popular, TV, music star, food, etc., that you don't enjoy and can't understand the hype for? Well, I've told you Love Island. I really can't understand the hype for that. Food, I'm not mad on Indian food. I don't know why, it always upsets my stomach, so probably that. Oh, and Tina Wynart also said, who's your favourite actor and actress? I would think Liam Neeson's my favourite actor. Actress, well, years ago I would have said Goldie Hawn, because if I could have ever looked like anybody, I would have loved to look like Goldie Hawn. I think she's amazing. So I would have said Goldie Hawn, but my favourite one that, you know, that's making movies now, I mean, I'm not saying Goldie Hawn doesn't, but I do like Reese Witherspoon. I suppose they're a bit similar, really, you know, but I do like Reese Witherspoon. I love watching films that she's in. And then Tina Wynart's also said, do I have any fears or phobias? Well, when we go on holiday, I will go in the swimming pool and splash around and do my little bit of swimming with my feet 2 inches off the ground, as my daughter says. But I would say I don't really like going on boats. So I'd say it's something like that. I'm not too frightened of insects and that, although I don't really like them, but I'm not too frightened of that. So I would say drowning, really. That it's drowning. So that, I think that's my fear and phobia. Oh, being burnt. You know, those fires, weren't they awful? Those house fires. Do you know what it made me think? I don't even know who my house is insured with. And I thought, if it burnt down, you know, so I better look it up, because I think I did it through Compare the Market or something. And I've no idea who is it insured with, you know, and it probably all burned down with the house, you know. They're terrible, those fires, weren't they? Who would think that would happen in this country? That. Oh, this is a good one. I should have thought about this one. If you could invite 5 guests dead or alive to a dinner party, who would they be and why? Oh, well, Goldie Hawn would be one of them, because I think she's so interesting. Cat Stevens, I love Cat Stevens. Who else? I have to try and think. Who else would he be? A nice chef, and then they could do the cooking. Jamie Oliver, maybe. Dead or alive. Well, maybe Elvis. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Although I was more of a Cliff Richard fan when I was younger, but maybe Elvis. How many have I said now? 3, 4. One more. I'll have to think of one more. Who else would he invite? Dead or alive? Oh, Marilyn Monroe. How about her? She could tell us really what happened when she died, you know. Have I done 5? I'm not sure whether I've done 4 or 5. Perhaps I better do another one just in case. Who else would I invite? Well, so I've got Goldie Hawn, Marilyn Monroe, Jamie Oliver. I forgot. Oh, Cat Stevens. Oh, yeah, Cat Stevens. Must have him. Can I have 2? Oh, no, I'll have 1. I tell you what, Karen Carpenter. Love Karen Carpenter. You know, I'd like to ask her, you know, about all her problems and that, you know. So it'd be interesting at a dinner party, wouldn't it? Right, that's that one. Who was my teenage heartthrob? Famous or not? Well, I would say when I was younger, it was Cliff Richard. Because, you know, the first record I ever bought was Living Doll. So they were my first heartthrob. But I do love Cat Stevens, as I keep saying, you know, I think he's brilliant, you know, and still going now. Wonderful philosophy in life, you know. Absolutely amazing man, yeah. Right. Oh, that was from Polly Put the Petal On, that one. Right, Laura Lee has said, is there anything during your life you wish you could do over? In other words, the road not taken. When I worked in the civil service, and it was, I mean, despite what people think that they drink tea all the time, believe you me, they don't. And I worked in an operational area, and it was very, very pressurised. And just the last few years before I retired, I moved and went into the communications, you know, and like worked on the staff magazine and things like that. I wished I'd moved a lot sooner. I think what happens is you get complacent in your job and you sort of become an expert in your job, and so you don't want to leave and be new, you know, not know anything, you know. Well, I didn't. I think maybe times are different now. So I wished I'd moved from the job that I was in a lot sooner. I wished I'd learnt to swim, because I can't swim. And I have had lessons on that, but I'm just so scared of taking my feet off the bottom of the swimming pool. So that's one thing that I'd really wished I could do. So I think that's it. Annie Spearling said, am I going on holiday again this year? Well, no, I'm not. All we are doing is I'm going to Warner's with the bowling club in November. We're going to do like a turkey and tinsel. So we're going to Alveston Hall. So I'll probably do a vlog of that. But that's in November. Questions here from Jane Levers. Where in the UK have you visited where you were pleasantly surprised of how nice it was and would suggest that people really must visit? Well, I've only been a couple of times, but I did love Scotland. But I suppose that people know that that's nice. One of the places that I went to that I'd never thought about visiting, but I thought it was fabulous, was Bristol. I really thought Bristol was lovely. My daughter, she auditioned for Bristol Old Vic years ago, and we went down for the weekend. I'm talking about years ago, and it was lovely. I was really impressed with it, you know, so much so that I went back on a weekend trip years later. So I would say Bristol. I love Bristol. She said that she used to drink dry martini and lemonade in the early 80s, but never have it now. Has your taste in drinks changed over the years? Well, when I was young, when I first started drinking, I suppose, I used to drink cider. I really like cider. I'm not a big drinker, really. Then over the years, I drank wine, but you know, I can't really drink that much nowadays, you know. I do drink Prosecco. But I find it upsets my stomach, you know. It's one of the things when you get older, you don't think all these things are going to happen to you, but they do, you know, believe you me. But nowadays I do like a glass of Prosecco, or I would have a vodka and Diet Coke. But years ago, as I say, I used to love a cider. Now and again, if it's a hot day, I will have a glass of cider if we go out, you know. But I very rarely drink it. And this is from Pamela B. If I could choose a favourite food and drink, what would they be? Well, my favourite food, I love spaghetti bolognese. I would say that was my favourite, really. I always enjoy it. And then drink, well, I like Earl Grey tea and I like decaf coffee, really. I would say those. I do like, I like a Diet Coke, or as I say, if it was alcohol, probably a glass of Prosecco. I'll tell you what's really good, I don't know if anybody's had any. Has anybody had the organic Prosecco from Aldi? You think I'm blooming the Aldi Queen here, what are going on about Aldi, but it's lovely. I think it's £8.99 a bottle and there's no chemicals in it, so you're not supposed to get a hangover. Whether you do, I don't think I've drank that much of it at once to be able to answer that, but they say you don't get a hangover with it, but it's lovely. They do a rose one and an ordinary one, although it's been out of stock for ages. I found there's loads of things going out of stock. Now, Louisa and Sass is a dog, has said that she knows that I have Mabel and Betsy. Well, I do, but Mabel's actually my daughter's dog, who I look after when she's working. And it said, did you always have dogs? And if so, what breed did you have and what's your favourite? Many thanks. Right, well, my first dog, Kim, was a stray and he was like a 57 varieties, you know, I've no idea. I think he was supposed to be 8 when we got him, but we had him about 17 years, so I can't believe that he was 8 when we got him. And then after that, I had poodles for years. I don't know why we got a poodle. But anyway, I did. They've been so good, such lovely natured dogs that I've had. I've had 2 apricot poodles, Christy and then Lucy. And then I've got Betsy now, who's a cockapoo. But I find the poodles were, because they're a very intelligent dog, a poodle. That's why they're in circuses a lot, because they're a very intelligent dog. And because he used to be a hunting dog in France, you know. You wouldn't believe it really, would you? But I find the cockapoos are harder work, but they are lovely natured. Although I've not had any trouble with any of my dogs. They've all been really soft, you know, really nice natured. So, but I just love dogs, you know. I like any dog. As I said, my son's got, well, I don't know what it is. It's a rescue dog from Bulgaria, I've told you before. And that's lovely. So I just like dogs. But the thing I like, oh, I know why we got a poodle. I remember why we got a poodle is because my husband had asthma and so did one of my sons. Or he's grown out of it now. Or he never really had it, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure whether he was faking it or not. But my husband did have bad asthma. And the dog, it was for the dog hair. So that's why we got a poodle. So can you hear this chair squeaking? I think it needs a bit of a repair. Oh, and then Carol James has said, when I went to Vegas, she's a big Elvis fan. Did you or have you been or seen any memorabilia? I think there's probably some in the Hard Rock Cafe, but I can't remember what there was. There's certainly a waxwork of him in the Tussauds Waxworks. But I tell you what is good if you ever go to Vegas, because you do see people wandering around looking like, you know, with Elvis outfits on. But at the Harrah's Hotel, in one of the bars in the day, they have an entertainer and he's called Big Elvis. And he dressed as Elvis and he looks like Elvis and he is very big. But he's very, very good. So if you ever go, I'd recommend that you went to see him. Because it's free, it's completely free, you know. But I think he plays in one of the bars on an afternoon, you know, just find out when he's on. So that, oh, my internet's gone now, wait a minute. The next one is from Jeanette Parker, and she said, where will Sandy and I go next year? Well, as I say, I think it'll probably be Europe. Oh, do you know, the internet's gone. It doesn't do very well in this room. So I don't know whether there is any more questions or whether I've answered them all. But if not, I'll put the next ones on in the next vlog. I'll put those on next time. So I've been yattering here for 26 minutes. I'll just show you what's in the giveaway and tell you what to do. To win the giveaway, just be subscribed to my channel, click like on this video, and then if you're not on Instagram, it doesn't matter, but if you're on Instagram, just nip over to Instagram and subscribe to my channel on Instagram. And then in the comments box on this video, just put done. That's all you need to do, just put done and I'll know. If you haven't got Instagram, don't worry about that. So it's subscribe to my channel, like the video, put the comment done, and do my Instagram. And if you want to see when I next upload a video, if you click on that alarm bell that's there, they'll tell you when my next video is going out. That is this Liqueur Jelly Cleanser. It's lovely that I'm using that, and it's really nice. Silicone scrubber for in the shower. This eau de parfum, which is myrrh and sweet tonka. Excuse the barking, I'm sorry, I don't think I'm going to be able to solve it. So, a head leaf and seed head first scalp release shampoo. Now I just have to say, somebody said I've got a sound issue with my video, so just let me know if you can't hear it. If you can't hear it because of Mabel barking, that's a different issue. But I'm not sure, when I play it back it seems all right, but I'm not sure how it is to everybody else. Lip gloss. I think there's 2 of those. Oh, one's just dropped on the floor. Australian Emu Apple face mask. I'm just going to go and have to sort Mabel out. It's just some birds in the garden, honestly. She doesn't think they're allowed in my garden. Then there's this Balance Me Exfoliating Concentrate. A Primark lipstick, which I think are very good. This is lovely. It's a Revolution. Aren't they lovely colours? And it's a lovely mirror in it. It's really nice, that. Coffee scrub. Be warned, I think they make a mess. I was going to throw it out, but some people said they like them. So I'm just warning you. A fruit enzyme and a fruit enzyme pineapple glow mask. And then a Nails Inc nail varnish. So as I say, I've told you what to do to like, you know, and everything, and subscribe and everything. Oh, another thing to just update you on. Do you remember when I was on about the ZZ Cosmetics, how I'd emailed them and they hadn't replied about the broken wall? Well, I have to say, I do apologise to them, but apparently they had replied and it had gone into my spam email, because it's like, I don't think it's a Korean or something. It's an Eastern website anyway, and it must have been in their writing. Instead of saying ZZ, it said whatever it is in their language, and it went into my spam email box. And they did reply, and they are replacing the lipstick. So when I get it, I'll show it you, because it is very beautiful. So I do apologise to them for being annoyed about it. So they are responding to that, so that's very good. So I've taken the comments down out of my previous video. So that's all very good. And so anyway, I think about going now, because I've been chatting on here for ages. So thank you again for my 3,000 subscribers. It's lovely. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget, thumbs up, like and subscribe. Thank you very, very much. Bye.